Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today we are comparing two hand grinders. If you just look at two of them, immediately you can notice the difference. Comandante, made in Germany, slightly shorter. It weighs 634 grams. It's made out of a combination of materials, so there is some wood here, the wooden outside here, there is steel, some plastic and also the glass jar. While K Ultra, made in Taiwan, slightly taller, slightly heavier, almost 700 grams. It's made mostly of aluminium, pretty much no plastic, some wooden accents and that collapsible handle. Comandante comes in that ridiculously big box, but inside that box you won't find much apart from the grinder. You've got that rubber band, some stickers, another jar, this time it's plastic, some leaflets, and that's it. K Ultra on the other hand comes in that nice carrying case, and inside that case you also have a rubber band, you have a brush, and you have the blower to clean up the grinder, but I lost it somewhere. Both of those grinders are the conical grinders. Both of those grinders have steel burrs. Comandante has 39mm high nitrogen steel burrs, while K Ultra comes with 48mm conical heptagonal burrs. Both of those grinders are stepped grinders. Comandante, to change the settings, you use that plastic thing at the bottom of the grinder and you have to count the clicks. It shows you which way to move to grind coarser or finer. You have 12 clicks per revolution and you have to do multiple revolutions if you want to grind for a coarser brew methods. K Ultra, you have settings outside, so it's much easier to change them. You move within one revolution, so the simplicity is here. You clearly see which click you are on. With K Ultra, the difference between each click is 20 microns, so very easy to dial in for espresso. With Comandante, slightly more tricky, it's 30 microns. Yes, you can get red clicks for Comandante, that will double the number of settings, but you have to pay £40 extra for that. Another thing is the speed of grinding. On the K Ultra, for espresso settings, it usually takes between 45 up to 60 seconds. On a Comandante, may take 2 minutes, it may take more than 2 minutes. On both of those grinders, you can grind easily, but the time difference is huge. The price is different as well. Comandante, £215, K Ultra, £240. Now is that part of the test that we all are waiting for, and that's me tasting the coffee. We will put two glasses here. I will rotate without looking. Underneath each glass there will be a number. Number 1 is for Comandante and number 2 is for K Ultra. Let's start with espresso. We're going to use Pelicano coffee roasters from Colombia. We will use La Marzocco Oliva style profile on Decent as we normally do. Well, let's do it. The shots are ready. Comandante took 31 seconds, K Max took 34 seconds. I will choose one at random now. Purposely I won't be looking at the shot because there might be a difference in the color of the crema. Cheers. Chocolate, sourness, maybe cherries, very pleasant, neat finish of the shot. Some of that bitterness stays. Very bright, deep flavors, good body as well. Marzipan, maybe in the background. It's a very well balanced shot with pretty much all the flavor notes. So well, what else would you like? Well, we still have a second shot. Some water first. Cheers. They're close to each other. The flavor notes very similar, so I still have that sourness, but the bitterness went down. The body is thinner. Also, we lost some of the depth of the flavors, but both of them I really enjoyed. Maybe this one is slightly sweeter as well. I can definitely taste cherries, maybe not so much marzipan. It's almost like if there was cherries and not much else in this shot. The previous one was more like a deep chocolate, then the cherries, then something else. So at first I thought this shot lost something, but I really like the cherryness in the flavor notes. It's a tricky, guys. Honestly, guys, I spent like 5 minutes moving back and forth, back and forth. The fair thing here would be to declare a draw because I got two really good shots. And the cherryness It's number 1, that's Comandante. I prefer the test where there is a clear winner, but well, sometimes it is what it is. Okay, so let's do the pour over, maybe that will show us a clear winner. We're going to use Ria today, and the Cafec Filters, and the coffee from Plot Coffee Roasters in London. This is a coffee from Guatemala. You will see the recipe on the screen. Well, let's do it! Okay, so we have 2 cups ready. I will mix them a few times without looking. I lower the temperature of the second cup slightly so they are not immediately obvious. And well, let's taste it. I'm curious, you curious, let's do it. The first cup. You can immediately tell it's an anaerobic, naturally processed coffee. This entire room got kind of a funky aroma now. Some people like it, some people hate it. I love it. Cheers. We have a good one. Cherries, tropical flavors, little bit of sourness, pineapple, oh, sweetness. Good cup. Let's hope the other one will be different. Some water. Cheers. This one is good as well. We are comparing 2 very good grinders here today. 2 very good hand grinders. Whichever you choose, you should be happy. Also juicy, fruity, maybe lost a little bit of sweetness, lots of funky aromas. Very tricky, guys, very tricky. But I have to choose the winner. The second cup gave me a little bit more sourness. With those flavor notes, it fits really nicely. I have kind of a crisp flavors, I like it. The first cup, probably more towards sweetness, and I think I've got few percent more of the depth of the flavors, although both cups extremely satisfying. So I'm not saying there is good and bad cup, there are 2 good cups. If you are looking for sour notes in your pour over, and I often do, then the second one would be the one for you. Let's choose the one that it's more balanced, slightly more complex flavors. I have no idea. That's number 1. That's Comandante, so narrow win for the Comandante. Guys, so here we have it, Today we were comparing 2 very good grinders. There is that theme here with the flavor notes, and not necessarily just with today's test, but what I've noticed playing with them before. K Ultra often leads more towards that fruity sourness. Comandante often leads towards that sweetness, so there's slightly sweeter flavor notes. Surprisingly, with Espresso I got more body with K Ultra. The cups were so close, there was a little bit more of that cherryness, clear cherry notes in a Comandante's cup, but there was lots of other flavor notes, interesting flavor notes in the cup from K Ultra, so I couldn't really decide which one to choose. If I really had to, I probably would go for C40 because of that cherryness. With the pour over, again, 2 very good cups. Slightly more sweetness, this time a little bit more of the complex flavors in the cup from Comandante, but cup from K Ultra, very good as well, probably a little bit less nuances. Now that leaves me in a difficult place because I was planning to sell Comandante. Why? Because it's a tiresome process of grinding. You know, it takes forever to grind. On a K Ultra for pour over, what, 15-20 seconds. On a Comandante I have to spend 40-45. For the Espresso, I cannot see myself using Comandante for Espresso. Simply it takes too long. Dialing in process, okay, I can get used to it, you know, but the time of the grinding, it's so long. I often pull like 4 or 5 shots a day. Therefore, most of the time I would choose K Ultra. But if you take that from the equation, and if you concentrate just on the flavor notes, each of those grinders can satisfy you, and possibly Comandante still has a tiny edge here. So which grinder do you choose? Well, it's up to you. I share my thoughts with you. If you have any of those grinders, please let us know what you think. What do you think about my results today, my findings today? If someone asks you for the advice, which of those 2 grinders you would recommend, don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel, plenty more things coming. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!